Hey VC, it's Greeno. I wanted to jump in and do a video reply for Dr. Deadwax. Show me your metal. It hit 666 subscribers. It's killer, and except I'm surprised nobody's done this yet either for 666. But metal. What else can I say? I do have some metal. I like metal. Listen to metal. Metal's good. I thought it'd be a little bit different and kind of show CDs. I've only done this one other time, and had fun doing it. Don't get into the CDs as much anymore. Still pick them up occasionally, and occasionally I'll go back, pull one out, listen to it. But obsessed with vinyl right now. But always hang on to the CDs, always will, and like picking them up when I find a good deal on them. So I guess kind of get right to it. What I'm listening to is in the background, in case you can hear it, anybody wants to know, is Ross the Boss, Hailstorm. Had this for a couple weeks now, finally getting a chance to crack it open and listening to it. Good power metal, and of course Ross the Boss from the Dictators, and then Man of War, and now Ross the Boss. Alright, so I guess off we go to the CD area. Alright, so we're back here in the CD section. Said wanted to jump in on Dr. Deadwax's 666 subscription contest, and it's killer. And I'm surprised also nobody's come up with that. It's pretty cool. So show some metal. Thought I would do a little bit different, and I've kind of done a video back here before showing CDs and just miscellaneous, picking stuff off the shelf. So thought I'd do that again for this contest. So all CDs are here. I don't know if you can see everything. It's kind of tight back in here. So I'm just going to pull some off and see what all we got here, just at random, I guess. We're kind of in the caves, it looks like here. First up is Keel, Lay Down the Law. This was reissued not long ago. Shrapnel reissued some of their earlier stuff. 2008. Man, I was really happy when he put this out. Loved that as a kid. Keel. This is the Right to Rock. This is the reissue. That's what I was looking for. It's Metal Mayhem Music 2000. They reissued this. Actually got to know the owner of Metal Mayhem. Went up to his place up in New England. Really cool dude. He was putting out some killer stuff back then. I don't know if he's doing any releases anymore, if he's even got that label still rolling. What else we got? In the Keel vein, Ronnie Lee Keel, The Country Years. This is horrendous. It says, basically, if you don't know Keel, Ron Keel, was the singer for the band Keel. He was also in Steeler with Yngwie. But anyways, jumping on the bandwagon in the 90s, I guess, and thought he would go country. And I think Keel himself put this out. It's almost like bootleg looking, but it's the two albums on one, Ronnie Lee Keel and one he did as the Rattlers. And it's just pretty bad. I remember seeing an interview with him sitting on a truck talking about all he needed was, he had his cowboy hat on and everything, all he needed was this old pickup truck and this beat up old acoustic guitar. It's funny. Keen Hugh, Ogre King. This is just a burn. I'd love to find an original on vinyl, even a real CD reissue, but It's mid 80s, 85, just obscure metal. I haven't been back in the CDs that much for a few years. Occasionally I'll come back and grab something or put something new away, but totally into the vinyl right now, but I won't get rid of the CDs. So a lot of this stuff I haven't pulled off the shelf in years. So we got next Kick-Axe. Canadian, is that right? If I remember correctly. This is Vices on Sony. Cool band. They were just kind of in that MTV metal, mid 80s sounding stuff. This is 84. And here's Kick-Axe, Welcome to the Club. It's their next album. It's probably like 85, 86, 85. Got a burn of Rock the World. Never seen that on disc. An original, real one. Kid Blue, Big Trouble. It's also on Metal Mayhem. He reissued tons of stuff and actually put out new stuff. But this killer melodic hair metal, whatever you want to call it. Kenneth, if you've never heard this, you would love this. What else is in here? So doing all the K's. Great album. Killer Dwarf, Stand Tall. Love this album. Was excited when it got reissued. They reissued it in 2003. Just a fun Canadian band. Just they haven't got back together for a while. Put out a live DVD, and usually it's like, all right, whatever. Old bands getting back together. Small band to begin with, but I picked up the DVD and it's great. It's a freaking fun show in a small little place. They sounded phenomenal. Always liked Killer Dwarfs anyways. There's Dirty Weapons, Killer Dwarfs. More Killer Dwarfs. Let's jump around here somewhere. What do we got? The Poor. Who Cares? I don't know much about this band other than this album. And were they Australian maybe? Just remember the song More Wine, Waiter Please was really cool. Very AC/DC-ish. I'm sure David would know if they were from down under. What else we got here in the P's? Pretty Maids, Red Hot and Heavy. Fantastic band. This was early 80s, 84. And this album's a little more straight ahead metal, and then they started getting into, they got that Halloween kind of power metal thing going, especially Future World. Great album, great song. If you've never heard Pretty Maids, check them out. If you dig Halloween, power metal, whatever. Then Jump the Gun was the next album. Let's see, jump around a little bit. Here's Merciful Fate, Melissa, an original on Road Racer. It's kind of cool. And they just put that out again not long ago. It's a big kind of a, I don't want to say box set. It's got the album and then a bunch of BBC sessions, some demos, and then a live DVD. So it's kind of cool. What else we got here? What's this? Massey, Downtown Dreamers. I think Kenneth just showed this. He found it on vinyl. It's a killer album, man. God Promised a Paradise. Amazing song. Say I haven't There's stuff in here, back in here I haven't looked at in years. Where else should we go? Got Metal Church. First Metal Church. Fantastic. Out of Seattle, just almost part of that metal / thrashy, progressive-y at times. And The Dark, second album. It's that ton of bricks, just so heavy, great song. Then their third album, Blessing in the Skies. Mike Howe, I think, joined on vocals on this one. And just kind of jumped to the next level, and this is a great album. More Metal Church. It's kind of cool. It's The Weight of the World. This came out in 04. Yeah. This is like an advanced issue of it. It's got like the release date, July 26, 04. And just like a little single kind of, but it's the full album. And it's on SPV import. Kind of cool. Metal Inquisitor, The Apparition. It's come out in 2002 on Iron Glory. Also know Andy, he ran that label, German label, really cool dude. This is a great album. I don't know if these guys are still kicking around or not, but they were just like fantastic early 80s, or not really, just 80s metal, but brought up to date. And yeah, I mean, if you dig Maiden and Priest and just all that straight ahead metal, you'll dig Metal Inquisitor. They jumped from Iron Glory to Hellion on this one. This is Doomsday for the Heretic. Just still straight ahead, man. Just killer stuff. And they had a live one. Doomsday at the HOA. It was on Hellion also, I think. It's a live album. It's interesting. Got all the Kiss stuff, but everybody's seen the Kiss stuff, so I will show you that. Kiss Alive 2 Japanese reissue with the OBI and all that. It's kind of cool. I ran into a bunch of these like really cheap, like $4 or $5. I picked up like 4 or 5 of them, and I'm down to this one, so I traded them off throughout the year. Or actually, no, I got one more actually. Here's a Kiss boot. This was live in Toronto, '76. This is back from in the '90s. If anybody was collecting discs in the '90s, you remember these silver pressed, real pressing. They weren't burned. Bootlegs were everywhere. It's just, I think they were coming out of like Greece and Italy and all that, where they could get around the loopholes. And then they tightened up in the late 90s, and a bunch of people got busted big time for them. But anyways, back then you could find these, anywhere from $10 to $20 when you went to record shows. And I got a few of them within the collection. Also got, that's kind of cool, Rob Halford, Resurrection. It's the regular issue of the CD. A good album, actually. And then I got the, what was this one? Sanctuary box they did for it. It comes with like a, welcome in as a poster and a postcard. I can get it open here. Well, that's kind of cool. Don't see those around too much anymore, if at all. What was this? Gun Shy After Dark. on Paris Records. Just full on, you know, melodic hair or whatever. If I remember right, it's been forever. I know George would know about these dudes. He worked with Paris for a while. A couple great albums here. Blade of the Griffin. This was a band out of San Francisco, if I remember right, and just kind of the definition of great underground, straight ahead metal from the 80s. This is on Old Metal Records reissue. And then they had the other album was Protectors of the Lair, with one of the dumbest covers ever, but still 2 great albums. And I don't know whatever happened to those dudes. Those are actually held, you know, pretty high regards in the metal scene world, whatever. Alright, I don't know. So I'm just kind of pulling stuff here. It's been so long since I've been back in here, and now I'm boring everybody. So I guess we'll cut it off here. It's a great album. I don't know anything about these dudes either. It's on Z Records. Great King Rat, Out of the Can. Another goofy cover. Wow, what a great hard rock, you know, metal, just killer album. Let's see if we got a picture of him here. And like I say, I don't know much about these guys. Would surprise me if George didn't know a bunch about him. It's kind of right up his alley, I'm thinking. I guess we'll shut it off here. We'll end it here. Congratulations, Mark, hitting 666 on your subscribers. That's killer. So I thought I'd jump in and kind of do the CD thing again. Yeah, I had fun doing it the last time, and here's another excuse to do it. So good luck to everybody that's, you know, getting in the contest, and hope everybody has a good weekend coming up here. Later.